ready for revelation? So money is a very touchy topic for me, and if you've seen some of my past videos where I've gone live and share about my relationship with money, you would know that I clearly have an issue with it. And I think many of you probably have an issue with it because whenever I talk about money, it's a very popular topic. And gosh, money, right? Do you know there are books on money? This book is called The Soul of Money. This book is called The Energy of Money. There is, I think, a guy named Dave Ramsey called Something About Money. One time, this woman asked me, she asked her daughter, what do you want for Christmas? And her daughter goes, I want $1 million. Because who doesn't want $1 million, right? And her mom's just like, okay, well, that's wonderful, sweetheart. So what are you going to do with $1 million? I am going to buy a cell phone for myself, and I'm going to buy a cell phone for my friend, my best friend. She goes, okay, cool. So that's like $600 or how much ever cell phones cost. What are you going to do with the remaining, whatever is $1 million minus $600? And she's like, I don't know. That is the extent of our relationship with money. We know we need it. We know we want it. We think it's some enigma or something. There's something unique and very alluring about money, and the sound of 7 figures, the sound of a millionaire sounds really appealing. It sounds very attractive, and yet, what would we do if we had millions of dollars? Like, what would we do with it? Would we even are we even ready to live that kind of lifestyle? You know, like how would you live with millions of dollars? Like, how would your lifestyle change? How would your mindset change? What kind of person would you be if you were that $1 million today? If you were that millionaire today, like, how would you be? Like, what would you be doing today? What would you be doing right now? You know, and and I'm just perplexed by my resistance to the energy of money, and as you know, if you've seen my past episodes, I have this huge resistance to money. You know, my parents fought about it growing up, and money was always a source of arguments. And my grandmother, she said that money tore families apart. It's just something as simple as some pieces of paper and some coins, and yet when people got caught up on gambling, or they got caught up in like losing their money or drugs or something, they would steal from their families. They would sell their wife and kids to have money for their addictions. She blamed it on money, but here's an interesting thought. If many of us think that money is bad, it tears families apart, it causes crime. There are drug cartels that are all focused on money. There are pharmaceutical companies that are all focused on money. There are corporations that only care about the bottom line. If money truly was bad and truly was evil, and if we took away money, would all that stuff disappear? Would drug cartels disappear? Would pharmaceutical companies disappear? Would corporations dissolve? Would all the supposed crimes and stuff that happen from corporations, would all that dissolve? And it might, but you know what else? Maybe it would be replaced with something else. I was digging down this rabbit hole about money, and I was thinking, like, how did money originate? Like when first, it was like an exchange of energy. It was just like, okay, I'm going to give you this apple for you repairing my shoes or something. Then later it's just like, I'm going to give you this piece of gold for this repair of the shoe. And then eventually it was just like, well, I'm going to give you this piece of paper is an IOU. When you repair my shoe, you can use this IOU to exchange it with other people, and it's something that I back up with the fact that this money can be exchanged for gold. Well, I think that the money that exists now in this world, the energy of money, the money that's circulating our planet, there's probably not a lot of gold to back this stuff up. Maybe there's other things to back it up. Maybe there's precious resources. Maybe there is a country. Maybe there is labor. I don't know what it is exactly. And I was thinking, gosh, what, and if money was originally backed by gold, then we would think of money as a finite thing, right? We think, okay, there's only so much gold in the world, so therefore money is a finite thing. But if we think of money as a form of energy, and we think, gosh, if money is a form of energy, and it's merely, you use it, you convert it, you use it, you convert it, you use it, convert it, right? You pay me, you get transformation, I use this money to run my business, and then I use this money to hire a coach. I use this money to run retreats for clients that would like to have retreats to have their transformations, or once I mass a certain amount of wealth, then I use it to support causes that I believe in, like environmental causes, or to support causes like poverty or disadvantaged kids or women or schools or whatever causes that speak to my heart or something like that, right? And so I was thinking, okay, if it's just an exchange of energy, right? It's not something to be hoarded. It's not something to be collected. It's something to be held on to as if it's like you're going to die and you're going to take it with you into the next realm or something. It's not, right? You lose the money, you make it again. You lose the money, you make it again. You spend the money, you make it again. You receive the money, you spend it. You receive the money, you spend it. It's a form of energy. It's a form of an exchange of energy. And yet we have all these implications. We have all these complications. We have all these stories and all these narratives that we paint around the energy of money and how horrible it is, and how it, as soon as the topic of money came up, my heart started racing. I started bracing myself. It was just it's just this happens when I have a conversation with my husband about money. As soon as he brings it up, I was like, as soon as my coach brings it up, I hold my breath, and then she starts talking about it more. I started feeling myself getting more and more and more and more uncomfortable. And I have a feeling that many of you are that way about money. And why is that? Why is there all this history about the evil, the negativity, the hardship, the heartache associated with money? Seeing money in that kind of mindset simply does not serve us. In fact, it's a roadblock. Until we master it, until we become masters of the energy of money, until we free ourselves from this mental roadblock or mental block we have about money, we're not going to receive money with ease. We're not going to be comfortable with money. We're not going to exchange money with ease. We're not going to leverage the energy of money with ease. Unless you truly have a handle on money, you're not going to master it, right? I manifest every day. I'm a master of money. I'm a master of the energy of money. And all of a sudden, it was time to learn how to be a master of money. And I resisted it so badly because it was such a sore topic for me. And I'm prepared. I'm prepared to read all about the energy of money. I'm prepared to learn about the history. I'm prepared to go down some serious rabbit holes. I'm prepared to do some serious journaling. I'm prepared to do some serious processing. Very, very serious stuff. Sweetheart, I'm going live. After I finish, then you can go back to your video. You can turn it back up. Austin is upset that I am interrupting him while he's watching his Peppa Pig narratives, his videos on YouTube. So, my challenge to you, if you have a roadblock, you have a mental block, you have a block when it comes to money, journal about it, go into that rabbit hole, find out all it is, what kind of blocks do you have about it, what kind of past do you have it, dig really deep into it, journal all around it, manifest all around it, hire a coach to help you talk about it, hire me to help you talk about it, because I'm telling you, by next week, I'm going to be an expert on the energy of money. And I will help you also overcome your roadblock. And, if you want to be free, like one of the biggest forms of freedom is not being in debt, not being shackled by the obligations of money, right? That's debt, that's paychecks, that's mortgages, that's whatever thing we have about money. Those are one of the biggest things. Those are one of the biggest things that can stop us. And when we finally have that handled, when we finally let that go, is when we truly can be in a place where we receive money with ease. We receive it easily. We can convert it. We can leverage it. We can exchange it. We can pay it. We see it simply for what it is, which is a simple exchange of money, and it can be used for good. There's plenty of people that are millionaires, that are billionaires, that use money for good. And yet, some of us, like me, have this hang up about money. Like, does money mean greed? Does it mean it can be used for evil? Does it mean that it's too much power to be held into one set of hands? Is it, like, what is it? Is it some sort of disparity? And the funny thing is, I fear this money so much, and yet I know that if I have all this money, I would only do good with it. And my husband's the exact same way. Like, we don't need a ton of stuff. We would use it to better our planet. We would use it to elevate humanity. We would use it to elevate souls. Like what is this hang-up we have about money then? What is this history about money and all these hang-ups about how horrible it can make a person? There's this saying that says, you truly want to test a man, give him power. And money can be seen as a form of power. When you have a lot of it, does that make you corrupt? Does it truly test your character? Does it test, who you truly are? Is that what you're going to use as a crutch to be fully expressed, to say what it is that you want to say, because you no longer have fear about the possible consequences, because there is money involved and there's a price for everything that you can pay, as a consequence of your possible actions and stuff. Some good food for thought, right? So there you have it. If you have a challenge with money like I do, figure it out. Dig into it. Manifest around it. Pray around it. Meditate on it. Hire a coach about it. Hire me to help you dig through it. Find some blind spots about it. And you will master it. You will have it handled. And when you do, your life will change. I have a feeling as soon as I master this, my life is going to change. Oh, and the other thing I want to share with you is I launched my Soul Elevated Life coaching practice last week. And feel free to, if you love this content that I share with you every day, and if you love all the revelations I share, my epiphanies, the latest stuff I'm obsessed with, the latest stuff I'm learning, my latest expansion, my latest growth, follow me on my page, obviously, and set me to see first. So that way, whenever I go live, you'll get a notification. You're like, oh, Tuan's live. I want to make sure I catch her video today, because she always gives me something of value, and she never, ever wastes my time. And if you'd like to work with me one-on-one, like in a private capacity where we have coaching sessions and such, feel free to also check out my rates at soulelevatedlife.com. and see what I'm all about. You can also subscribe to my website, and I'll send you the 11 actions I typically take to live a soul-elevated life. And you can take advantage of the rates that I have right now for hiring a coach to work with me on a one-on-one capacity. And if you're not sure if having a coach is for you, you're not sure if I'm the right coach for you, I would love to chat with you on the phone, on Facebook Messenger, or via text or email, or whatever it is whatever media you're comfortable with. You can send yourself through a telephone line. You can send yourself through a telegram. Whatever it is, I don't care how you get to me, just get to me. And you can hitch a ride on a butterfly. And so come talk to me, contact me. We'll talk, we'll discuss. We can do some free coaching so you can kind of dig into an area of your life that you'd like to have some transformation in. We can take baby steps or big steps, depending if you want massive transformation or if you want a little bit of transformation. But see if I am for you, and if I resonate with you, if my message speaks to you and tugs at your heartstrings and speaks to your soul. Because that's what I'm all about. I'm here for you, to serve you, and for you to live your soul elevated life. I'll see you tomorrow.